Hey everyone, please excuse the way I look right now as work's been crazy and I'm surprised I'm still alive. In fact, I might have died today and I have yet to realize it, so yay. So, I saw something interesting today in the comments of my video for the Harlequins. As you know, I love 40k. So, someone asked a question. How would you transform the basic Harlequin build that I did, that you could make any Harlequin model in the game, into just a single one for probably the best Harlequin there is, the Solitaire? Seriously, a complete monster in combat. Love it. So, I told him that I'd actually figured out how to make a Soul Solitaire and a Soul Shadowseer build. And I'd have to find my notes on it to tell him. And I decided, why not just tell all of you? So, Fresco, this is for you. Alright guys, let's talk about what a Solitaire is by comparison to the other Harlequins. A Solitaire is a full-on melee monster when it comes to combat. Now, I would like to point out that my Harlequin build uses a lot of wizard, and the only other class it uses is rogue, so get your con up if you can, because oh my god, you are going to get hit a lot and you're squishy. So, first off, we're going to have to get rid of all psychic abilities and all ranged combat. So, first things first. You're going to want to get rid of the cantrips Firebolt and Mind Sliver. You're not a Shadowseer. You are not a standard Harlequin packing a fusion pistol. You are a soul combat person. So grab the cantrips True Strike and Blade Ward, and oh my god, I can't believe I'm actually saying that. They suck. But with the new edition coming out, maybe they'll get an improvement. I think they're getting an improvement. I think I saw some. Next up, for your first level spells, you need to get rid of Magic Missile. Once more, you are not a ranged person. You get up close and personal before you rip out their hearts. That happens in the games, yeah. So, we're going to need to speed you up a bit, because also you're the fastest of Harlequins. So grab the spell Longstrider to add 10 feet to your total movement for 1 hour. Next up in the second level spells, we still have some fusion pistol abilities, so we need to get rid of Scorching Ray and Agonair's, I can't say the name right now, I'm sorry. Get rid of Scorcher. For this, let's have a little bit more fun with some movement with Spider Climb to let you run up walls so they can never get away from you. What about the second spell? How about Cloud of Daggers for a monofilament razor wire net that you can put up anywhere you want and let them run through it? We also have a problem with the Psychic Lance spell, as you are not a Psyker. You are Eldari, so you do have minor psychic abilities. You don't really use them. So we need to get rid of Psychic Lance. So why don't we give you a minor teleportation ability, maybe call it a little Webway Portals, and grab Dimension Door for a 500-foot teleportation with an action. Now you also have another psychic ability with Mind Spike. Go ahead and get rid of that as well. Now, if you want to replace that with a second level spell or a first level spell, take a look at the spells False Life to give yourself some temporary HP, because like I said, you're squishy, and maybe Misty Step for another quick burst of speed. Now, one that you should think about getting rid of, but frankly I don't want to tell you to get rid of because it's one of my favorite spells and it works great with your sneak attack, is the spell Shadow Blade, as it's pretty Shadow Seer and you're all about punching and all that, so I'd get rid of that as well. Now, all of these spells getting rid of do change some things up. Like I said before, you no longer have any ranged abilities. You are completely at the mercy of your opponents in melee combat. So you're going to need some magical weapons, you're going to need some good defenses, but combined with Blur, Mirror Image, and False Life, you might actually be able to survive more. So that's it. Get rid of all of your ranged abilities and replace them with more movement spells, as well as maybe try to figure out some more combat spells. But you're a wizard. You don't have any combat spells. Now, I did say in the original video that there were 2 spells that could use necrotic damage that were melee spells that frankly you should have, but you can only get Vampiric Touch because it's the only wizard spell that is melee that does necrotic damage. The other one is Inflict Wounds, and you can get that with a Shadow Touched Feat because it is a necromancy spell at first level. If you take Shadow Touch, you'll also get Invisibility, which is really good for you, and you will be able to get Inflict Wounds, which you can then bump up to more damage, and because you get it from Shadow Touch, you can cast the spell once per long rest without a spell slot, and the rest of the time with a spell slot. Okay, so that's an update video. Never thought I'd do that. Pretty cool. So, I want everyone to thank Fresco the dog for giving me this idea, and if you guys want to see other videos like this, just comment below. I could totally do the Shadow Seer one, or maybe just do some fun ones for other builds. I'm thinking about doing a brand new video for Trevor Belmont once the new edition comes out, because whoo, he's getting some major upgrades. So thank you all for joining me today.